What it is, YouTube. Know what I'm saying? Lord, I mean the Emperor here. Back with another Tower of God manga review. Chapter 364. And we see in this one, we see your boy Kun, or Agaro Kun, which you know his full name. He finally tells Bam and Dorsey and Rack, you know, his backstory of and why his sworn enemy was his cousin. Actually, his cousin said that their cousin Kessia was brought in with their family to live with them because her parents or whatever, I believe, died in like a battle or something like that. And then he proceeds to, tells how Kessia was, just she pretty much looked up to his older sister, who was on the path to become a Jahad princess or whatever. And you know, Kun, being a strategist as he is, his sister, his older sister, appointed him to help her become a Jahad princess. And then, for whatever reason, someday one of the other princesses had Kessia was, at a young age, she was pretty much a prodigy at fighting with like swords and knives and stuff like that. So which is why she was helping him uh you know help his older sister become a Jihad princess or whatever. So we see that Kessia, he said Kessia would eliminate anybody in her his sister's path or whatever to become a Jihad princess with a quickness. So she was a beast at a young age. And then for whatever reason, one day he said one of, I guess, her opponents had came to him with a proposition, to keep his older sister from becoming a Jihad princess. And for whatever reason, he accepted it. And she got his sister disqualified. And I guess his sister was, she was so distraught and upset about it, she ended up killing herself. Just like, damn, that was pretty crazy. Like, which is, I mean, I can't say it's understandable, but at the same time, it's like she must have really wanted to become a princess. And then I don't know if she knew he betrayed her or not. Maybe that was the reason she killed herself, but either way, she killed herself. And then Kun just kind of wrote it off like, oh, it's no big deal though. It's like, no, bruh, like, you betrayed your sister and she committed suicide. That's a pretty big deal, bruh. But he was like, no big deal. And then he tells, and Dorsey was like, all right, now tell me about your past. And Dorsey was like, fine, whatever. And then Dorsey proceeds to say she was pretty much like, from a young age, she was pretty much just by herself. So she wandered around, and then she was adopted by two, I guess, two regular adults, a man and woman, like husband and wife, just two random adults. And then one day, the little snake thing that came to her, which is basically her sworn enemy, that little snake thing that came the last couple of chapters and help them defeat that quest or whatever, had came to her when she was a young girl and saw that she had like great potential and like enormous power or whatever, and told her to keep a hold of this gem that she's currently wearing around her neck. Told her to hold on to that. And then apparently one night the thing just murdered her adoptive parents or whatever, because I guess he felt like it was gonna like hinder her from becoming a Jihad princess. And then pretty much that was it after that. And then she was just kind of like, I'm truly grateful to this thing for putting me in the position that I'm in. Like, why are they lying? Like, Kun just whatever about his sister committing suicide after he betrayed her, which is probably the reason she committed suicide. And Dorsey's just like, oh, uh, this thing I'm wearing around my neck right now kill my parents, and I'm cool with it. Like, bruh, this. I mean, clearly they're lying, but Jesus Christ, man. Then we see Boro, Sachi, and Hockney. They're talking to Kun and Edan, talking to him, and he's still talking about how Jahad, when he went and met his, when the Data Jahad went and met the outside Jahad, he came back. He was a completely different person. Like, nobody knew anything. Nobody could realize it but him. And then he said he stayed here in this part of the hidden data world, and everybody else went over there. And then he said one day he tried to go to like the new data world where they're at, and when he went over there, like, everybody that he knew wasn't there anymore. Like, it was all just big breeders and stuff. So ain't no telling what Jahad did with them. So, and then we see Bam. They finally make it to the little city or whatever where they're trying to get to, and then we see Icarus, aka Rachel. She's like, apparently she senses Yura, which is one of her companions or whatever, and so she runs off to try to find them. She tells Kun and Bam, and like, I just need a minute. I'll be back before, like, if anybody starts fighting, if any fighting happens, I'll return immediately or whatever. So she goes skipping off, and Kun's just like, whatever, you're a little suspicious, but you know, whatever, go ahead. Then Bam's just like, all right, let's just split up and then, you know, try to find what we're looking for. And then Bam goes and sees the little looks like a little globe or whatever, and then we see none other than him. We see the panel says, so you're the one that used the black hole Shinsu sphere. It's a little sloppy, but you know, whatever. And look who it is. It's young King Jahad. And Bam's just like, well, who are you? He was like, I am the one who will become king, who will rule over this tower. Yes, I am Jahad. And then, you know, that's the end of the chapter. So yeah, young Jahad pulled up on Bam. I don't know what's about to happen. About to be a one-on-one, maybe it's a one-on-one fight. I don't know. Maybe they're just gonna talk. I kind of hoping they fight, because, you know, they haven't fought. Bam hasn't fought, seriously fought since Hail Joe in yeah, since Hail Joe, back in when they were on the train. And we're trying to get to that floor or whatever, the floor of death. And yeah, man, it's definitely about to hit a little climax right now. It's definitely not the end of this thing, the end of this manga, whatever, because it's a whole lot more they need to explain and go through and all that stuff. So yeah, but yeah, man, like, comment, subscribe, you know, share, so other like-minded people like us talk about it in the comments below. Tell me what y'all think about this manga. Like, it's definitely one of my top, I say top 2 manga to read right now. It's been that for a minute though, for like the last year, I'd say, year and a half probably. But yeah, man, it's your boy Lord Laming the Emperor. I'm out.